You are welcome to Module 5, and in Module 5 we'll be talking about preparing to invest. What are the things that you need in order to invest well? Because it is not just about putting your money in the financial markets, but knowing the essentials, knowing the fundamentals, what will give you a solid base in the financial market. So it matters a lot, so that you will not just be doing it just like every other person. You will know what you are doing in the market. So that is why it is essential to know these basic things before diving into the financial market. Number 1 is understanding risk tolerance. Number 2 is setting financial goals. Number 3 is choosing the right broker. So let's go into it. Number 1 is you need to understand that we have different types of people in the market. We have different types of investors. We have the risk averse investor. This kind of investor is usually conservative. They don't like taking risk. They love something that is stable and steady, that is secure. They are after the security of their capital. So that is one thing about those that are risk averse, those that are conservative. They don't like going for maybe something like growth stocks, something like value stocks. They prefer going for stocks like dividend paying stocks, stable stocks, blue chip stocks. Those are the kind of stocks they want to go for. A stock that they know that their capital is safe at any point in time, and they just want to be earning dividend on their capital. That's risk averse. They don't like taking risk. So which kind of risk taker are you? What is your risk tolerance? So this will help you to know, can you deal with drawdown? Maybe you bought a particular stock at 1 million naira. Can you see that stock? Can you see that 1 million naira coming down to 700,000? Can you see that 1 million naira coming down to 800,000 naira? How do you feel? Do you feel as if you have lost money? If that's how you are going to feel, then maybe you are a risk averse person. Maybe you are conservative. It is better you just go for a dividend paying stock, blue chip stocks that their price are relatively stable. They don't have drawdowns like the valuable and the growth stocks. I hope you understand. Then number 2 is risk neutral. Those who are moderate in risk taking. They can still bear drawdown of, let's say, 100,000 naira. They can still bear a drawdown of, let's say, 200,000 naira when they invest 1 million naira. Those are the type that are risk moderate. They know that there is risk in the market. However, they are moderate about it. They can't take a drawdown of, let's say, 40%, a drawdown of 40% or 45% of, let's say, 50%. They can't take that kind of drawdown, but they can still take a drawdown of 10%. They can still take a drawdown of 15%. So are you that kind of person? Can you still see your capital, 1 million naira capital, becoming 800,000 naira, becoming 900,000 naira? If you are still that kind of person, then maybe you are a risk neutral person. But if you know you are not, then maybe you just know that you are still a risk averse person. Then the last one, which is the risk seeking, number 3, they are aggressive. Even when there is a pullback of, let's say, 40%. Currently, I know some oil and some insurance companies are currently at 50%. If it were to be, as at the time of making this video, if it were to be somebody who is risk averse or even risk neutral, the next thing is to sell off those stocks the moment they got to maybe 20% drawdown. If it were to be a risk neutral person, a risk averse person can't even deal with that at all. So a risk seeking person is saying 40% drawdown, but he knows that once the company has a good fundamental, once the financial health is okay, once they have a future, is rest assured that there's nothing that will happen. It's still going, the stock price is still going up. So that is a risk aggressive person, a risk-seeking person. So the question is, a risk-seeking person usually goes for growth stocks, usually go for value stocks. That's the kind of stocks they are looking for. And one thing about growth stock is that you will know that the volatility, by the time we get to cost 2.0, you understand what we mean by volatility, liquidity. You understand the kind of strategies you should use. So really, let's look at financial goals. What are financial goals? Because it is financial goals that will help you to know the kind of stocks also to pick. For instance, maybe after you have done your fundamental analysis, you have done your technical analysis. You have combined both, because if you are going for short term, it is good you combine both. If you are going for long term, you major on fundamental analysis when you are going on long term. So knowing your financial goals will help you to know what kind of strategy are you going to use. We are going to talk about types of investment strategies in Module 6, and eventually we are going to major on it in the course 2.0. So if you are interested in the course 2.0, the link is in the description below. I will drop the link in the description below. So a financial goal is a financial milestone you plan to achieve or reach. So short term, in the next 1 to 3 years, what do you want to achieve? Okay, you want to achieve consistent cash flow, then you go for dividend paying stocks. You want to go for long term, you look for stocks that have potential to grow. You look at their PE ratio, you look at their PEG ratio, you look at their financial health, looking at their debt to equity ratio. So once you know your financial goals, it also helps you to know what kind of stocks you should go for. Then choosing the right broker. Number one, you look at the regulatory and compliance. Regulatory, is this broker, is it licensed? And how you are going to find out that? You are going to find out in the course 2.0, where I'll be teaching you the financial tool sets, the tool sets to use to make your research. That's in course 2.0. You look at reasonable fees and charges. You look at user-friendly platform. There are some platforms now there are some brokers now, they now have apps. So we are going to discuss it in the next page now. User-friendly platforms, just from the comfort of your phone, you can buy shares, you can sell shares from the comfort of your phone. You don't need a laptop. Prior to this time, there are some that you still need a laptop, but definitely the two brokers we are going to be using in course 2.0, where we'll be teaching us step by step on how to register with them, and also to have your CSCS account number. We are going to be using those who have a mobile app, so that it will be seamless for you to trade. It will be seamless for you to invest. Responsive customer support, we'll also be looking at that. They have the contact space where you can easily contact them from their WhatsApp, and they are responsive. So let's look at it, how to create shares and investment accounts. We have Chapel Hill Deham. They are registered and licensed by SEC, Securities Exchange Commission. Stanbic IBTC, definitely. ARM Securities, Atlas Portfolio, United Capital, FBN Quest, Patent Securities, then Meristem Stockbroker. So those are some of the licensed stockbrokers that we have in Nigeria. So let's look at it. Creating your investment account on a mobile app. It's easier when you have a company, a licensed stockbroker who has a mobile app. It makes it easy for you, just from the comfort of your phone. Maybe you want to be investing monthly, or maybe you want to be investing every 2 weeks. It makes it easy for you. I hope you understand. So you need a CSCS account number, which we call the Central Security Clearing System, and you need a CHN, Clearing House number. They are both unique numbers that identifies each investor in the Nigerian capital markets. So with this CSCS account number and this clearinghouse number, you don't need to be disturbed even if anything happens to a stockbroker you are using. So the stockbroker you are using, as long as you know your CSCS account number, you have your clearinghouse number, you are good to go. Those licensed stockbrokers, they are just like agents. I hope you understand. So that's it for the CSCS account and your C clearinghouse number. Both you are going to be getting them once you register on any of the licensed stockbroker firm, and you fill in your KYC. All this will be doing in the course 2.0. Now let's look at some of the stockbrokers that have a mobile app. Chapel Hill Deham owns Invest Niger. Chapel Hill Deham. AfriInvest is the one that owns AfriInvestor 2.0. United Capital is the one that owns Invest Now. Meristem is the one that owns Meritrade. Then ARM Securities is the one that owns ARM1. In the course 2.0, we'll be using invest now and Meritrade. We'll be using invest now and Meritrade, and also you'll be added to our community, our SSI community, where you can ask your question as it pertains to stock trading, stock investments. You can ask any question on that group. It's a community of like-minded investors. I hope you understand. So let's invest together. Let's grow our stock. Let's grow our money together. And also we'll be having periodic webinars on which stocks to buy. What are we looking at? Maybe for the quarter, we'll also be having it in that group. So I will, just like I said, I will drop the link in the description below, so you can go for the course 2.0, SSI course 2.0. Okay, so in the next module, we are going to be talking about investment strategies. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly do by clicking on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we release a new video. So we meet in our next video. Stay blessed.